totally just rambled there. Way too long of an explanation. Holy hell. Okay, concealers wait, what year are we in? What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Shar, and today I am going to give you my picks for best and worst concealers of 2019. The worst category in no particular order. My opinion. They might work for you. They didn't work for me. The first one is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. I really didn't find this to be too full coverage. It just didn't really do anything for me. Like it just didn't help hide the redness. It didn't have a lot of staying power, and it's a little too dewy. So it didn't work under my eyes either. I don't know, it just drew attention like to dark circles. I don't know. Getting rid of that one. Okay, E.L.F. 16-hour Camo Concealer. I didn't care for it too much. It was too drying under my eyes. And when I tried to use this on my face, I loved the staying power of it, but it broke me out. I would cover up if I had a blemish, but then I'd break out the next day because I put this on the anyway. So then I finally realized that by spot concealing, I was actually creating more spots. But I haven't used this in a while. I remember I used this when it first came out and then figured out that it was breaking me out. Okay, moving on. This is the LANCOME Maquicomplet. Was not happy with this concealer. I put it on and it made me look like 10 years older. It did not work for my under eyes. And then spot concealing, it was okay, but I have other concealers, so that's why this one's other concealers that do a better job than this one, so that's why this one's out. The Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer. This was way too dry for my under eyes. This one, I will say, as a spot concealer, oh, get your shit together, Shar. Yes, you can speak. I would put it on a spot and then use my concealer brush and then just kind of tap it around, and it did blend out nice. And I think that's why the notes that I have over here say surprisingly good. But as the day went on, it did kind of dry out and you could see it. So this one is going bye-bye. Now I'm starting to get into this weird category that's sort of the meh, like, didn't really blow me away, but not necessarily worse, but I wouldn't put them in good. Okay, yeah. So an in-between, just like I said. This one, I'm sure everybody talks about this one. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. This isn't bad, but gross. I mean, that is disgusting. It is nice under the eyes. I don't think it's an all day under the eyes, unless you powder it, I guess, but I don't know. In a pinch, I guess I would get it. Drugstore, I should say, I do have a mixture of drugstore affordable to high-end luxury. I am going to get rid of this, but it is in that category almost to the okay to good. Not bad if you're looking for a drugstore one. The Charlotte Tilbury-Magic Away Concealer. It had, oh god, okay. It had one of those sponge applicators that I took off. This is expensive, so the last thing I wanted was for it to get all in that sponge applicator and then get all cakey and dried out and gross. This one, it's okay, but for the price, that's why it's in the meh category. I wouldn't purchase this again. I definitely am not throwing it out because it is expensive. I do really want to just use it up and get rid of it, but I don't want to throw it away just yet. In the number 8 spot is the Bare Minerals Bareskin Concealer. This is a serum concealer. It is beautiful under the eyes. It's not too heavy, it blends out beautifully, but to hide blemishes or redness around my nose, it doesn't stay very well. I tend to get red around here, and then I'm always like wiping my nose. I know, I'm like a preschooler wiping my nose all the time, and then it gets red. So this always wipes right off, as it does lift off. I know, I'm not really selling this. Not that I'm selling anything here, but I like it for under eyes, and I think that's why it made it into the number 8 slot. Okay, we're gonna talk a little faster and move along here. Okay, in the number 7 spot is L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. This one and the next two that I'm going to talk about, in my opinion, are very similar. This is not for mature under eyes, in my opinion. I have tried it a couple times, just a little bit, and it ends up in the creases, and I don't think that this is very good for the under eye. This is good for spot concealing, and that's why it's in the, what did I say, number 7 position. But the reason why it's in the best is I really do like how it blends out, conceals, and is undetectable on the skin, and you don't have to use very much. The number 6 position is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. And 5th spot, I'm just gonna pull this one out at the same time, is the Tarte-Shape tape. When this one came around, everybody was saying that it was similar to this one, and that is true. This one, again, is in the number 6 spot in my opinion, and this one is actually above this one in ranking. This is, out of all of my concealers, this is one that just won't come off. I have a burn up here, and this seems like the only one that won't lift off by the end of the day. For staying power on your nose and things like that, I really love these two. I do not use these under my eyes. I only use these for spot concealing. In the number 4 position, I have the Bare Minerals BarePRO Stick Concealer, Quick Spot Concealer. And it's creamy enough to, if you've got dry skin. If let's say I'm going to the gym or something, not that well, no, I'm gonna be honest, I do wear makeup when I go to the gym. Otherwise I look really scary. So I will spot conceal some places, and it's just a quick like dot this on and then with my finger blend it out, and then I'm off to the gym. But it is for those times where I just want to put something on real quick and run out the door, and it is quick. In the 3rd spot is the LILAH B Virtuous Veil Concealer and Eye Primer. This one slides open like so, and I debated whether or not I should put this in the best category, only because it is expensive. It's $64, and I know I hear a couple gasps out there for that much product. I will say this though, a little bit goes a long way. It's kind of a creamier texture that really spreads out, so you do not need that much. That's how I justify the price. Anyway, this looks really great under the eyes and helps hide dark circles, and I don't have this on today, but it does help with that. And it smooths out beautifully, and it spot conceals. Great for under eyes, great for spot concealing, and easy to work with, works well with other products. Yeah, so I really like this one, and less is more with this, but it's beautiful. Okay, so the next two, I really went back and forth with these two, because I almost think that I think that they should both be in the number 1 spot in a way, but one inched out just a little bit. In the number 2 spot is the Glossier Concealer, and really pretty packaging. Thing I love about this, I don't know if you can see that, how creamy that is. This is beautiful under the eyes. I really like this. This, as much as I say I don't like to stick my finger in, this one I do kind of like to pat my finger in, and then under my eyes it looks beautiful with this one. Oh, I love this. This is in the shade G10, and it has a little bit of a peachiness to it, so it helps to really brighten the under eye. And then I do use this for spot concealing, especially if I'm wearing a dewier foundation. This pairs really nicely with that. In the number 1 spot is the MAC Studio Fix 24-Hour Smooth Wear Concealer. I think this looks great for under the eyes, for spot concealing, around the nose. I think this would work for all skin types. I think that this would work for all ages. This is so pigmented that if you've got dark circles, it would really help brighten the under eyes. It blends out just so seamlessly, and it really has great staying power. The reason why it's in the number 1 spot is because there's something magic in here. Actually, the top 3, there's magic in those 3. I don't know what it is. I just filmed this whole thing on concealers, and I had a big spot right there. I think it was like lipstick or something. Yeah, my concealers work really well. Oh man, that's funny. I don't know if that was in there the whole time. I guess I'll know in editing. Anyway, okay, well, so that about wraps it up for this video on the best and worst concealers of 2019, in my opinion. I am always on the hunt for new concealers, but if you have one that I haven't mentioned here today that you really love, I would love to hear about it. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And with that, we'll see you in my next video. Take care.